Greetings, Pokefans! Zack Attack here, and this has kind of been long overdue, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna do another interview with the coach today. And I'm gonna be for real here. Um, I just, I just don't know anymore. My with like my schedule being like crazy as it is. Now it's kind of been just as of recording this. I uh, I now have a lot more time, so I'm not going to hopefully be behind much now on recordings for either this channel or the main channel, Zack Attack TV. Hopefully, with now my some time coming back to me, but I did want to make another interview with the coach really quick because we're behind, like very behind. So we're gonna do 5 battles. Normally we do 4, but we're gonna talk about 5 today, just to make up, just a little bit to make up. So, and we're gonna start with the first one on the list, MDL Week 7, which is our battle against Deadly Rose. Now Deadly Rose, at this point, I've already fought her before. It was ODL Season 2. We talked about that last episode. But now I have to fight her team that has Okie Dokie. Now it's Ryan time. Like 4 grass types. Tinkaton. You don't know how much I hate Tinkaton in this household. A Galarian Articuno. A lot of other weird Pokemon on her team. And I didn't really make many misplays, but she did bring a lot of prep that I was not really expecting. Which kind of caught me off guard, but I was able to make quick work of her team. I think she was trying to. I didn't think she would she knew Venomoth was coming, but Venomoth never hit the field during that battle. It would have definitely done work for sure. Tinkaton was there for Disruption, which makes sense. Oidogi was Assault Vest in that battle, which made sense. Articuno was her lead, which weakens Policy Agility. Her usual thing, makes sense. Yeah, I just don't know. I really just don't know what I could have what she could have done better, because I basically played that game almost perfectly. I ended up winning that game 3-0. It went down the timer too. I won that battle. I didn't really make many misplays, if at all. It's just once I got the Skeletor set up, it was Jover. It was literally Jover. So yeah, that was fun. There's not really much I need to talk about in this matchup because, as I said, I didn't make many mistakes. But thankfully, I was able to hit my Will-O-Wisp, so on the Ryan, because that if I missed, that would have definitely have mattered. So there's that. And the next up on the list, ODL Week 4, and this was against Dyer, and Dyer's team was incredibly top heavy. It was incredibly top heavy. It was so bad. Double Urshifu, Blood Moon Ursa, Thunderous Eye. Holy mother of Ennard. Yeah, it was bad. So going into this matchup, I needed to cook. And when I say cook, I mean cook. So I ended up bringing Dragapult to this matchup, which is the only other time I brought Dragapult outside of Week 1, which was crazy to think about. Dragapult did his job. And of course, Uni did her job as well. Uni's the buzz. We all know that. He led with Galvantula, and I led with my Donphan. And it was a battle between rock sliding and lunging. Well, actually, I didn't have rock slide on that set. No, I was just spamming EQ. I was just spamming EQ the entire time. I didn't have rock slide on that set. But yeah, it was EQ and lunge, EQ and lunge. And then he got up his webs. And I was like, oh, you're a massive idiot. And then I rapid spin them away because I had predicted the webs that turn. So I was big brain strats. Yeah, that was fun. Um, truth be told, he could have set him up again because I went for the EQ the following turn, thinking I was faster. I forgot. That was only the first time I rapid spin. That was the first time I rapid spin, not the second time. So he definitely could have gotten me there. But big brain strat, I brought. Then he revenge killed my Donphan, but at this point, I was pretty straight. The Blood Moon Ursaluna did come in. I was able to get out my webs with Rabombi as well as my rocks with my Donphan. So like his team was continuing getting chipped, and it was great. The webs were slowing him down. Everything was going as planned. It was like very, very good stuff. Like everything was going as planned. So I was like, okay, so what do I want to do here? Because he didn't bring single strike Urshifu. If he well, he did bring single strike. He didn't bring rapid strike. If he brought rapid strike, the game would have been over. Because he probably would have brought that in. I would have brought in Bubby. I would have done the whole Bubby anger point thing, and we would have been a-okay. I did have a lot of like really good like setup options, but I couldn't really get them out because the Blood Moon Ursaluna was on the field, so I had to take care of that first. But once I took care of the Blood Moon Ursaluna, Uni and Ocelot did their thing. Uni and Ocelot did their thing. And that's really all that matters. And then the next matchup is TBD Week 1. I debated skipping over this prior to recording because like TBD is no longer a thing now. We only ever did like a week or two, and I never got even to play my week 2. So there's that. I do have my team builder up for week 2. I kept that up, but I didn't do my battle. So there was that. I will say though, I will say this, and that is, I feel like I would have done really, really well in this league because like the team that I had for TBD was just, oh, it was such a good team. It was such a good team. I love that team. I love that team so much. But in any case, the first matchup was TBD Week 1. So yeah, that matchup was crazy. It was against Alex coach. I don't. And that was like a crazy game. He lit up with Gudra, and I lit up with my Volcanion. I'm assuming that's what he expected. Because even for a Thunderbolt, but it didn't kill because I was Assault Vest, and that thing was specs AF. That thing was so specs, it was not even funny. I couldn't revenge kill it. Because it's already got good natural Spadef. But I was able to chip it down enough to where Whimsicott was able to revenge kill it. Then he brings in the Suicune. I go into Araquanid, and this is where the fun happens. Araquanid just kind of did its thing for Trailblaze and Liquidation in front of the Suicune, got all set up. In came the Snorlax with the Thunder Punch, two-shot that thing, brought in the Electros, which I almost O-code, which I thought I was going to, but like I did not. I was like this close. And then it Volt switched out. And then things got spicy because he brought in the Gallade and I brought in Mabosstiff in front of a Gallade. And I'm sure on the other side he was thinking, why would you do that? Unless you're Fairy. And I was. Choice Scarfed Terra Fairy to be exact. And guess what? Terra Blast freaking O-code. And it was great. Yay me. And then, because that was fun. In the situation I came in, I was Scarfed, and I was really hoping that I would two-shot. I don't know, it was a three-shot, but I was faster. And he went for Leaf Blade, which was also 3-8 KO, so as long as I didn't get Chief the crit, we were good. I didn't do the crit, took out the Decidueye, took out the Electros, we were good. And I was like, oh, Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I felt very good. I felt very good. Didn't have to use my Neuver. Didn't have to use Ryan. They could just take a break there in the back. Everything was okay. So I was so happy with that battle. I was so happy with it. I kid you not. But yeah, we did well. We definitely did well. Um, Next up was ODL Week 5 against Domo. And Domo, his team is even crazier than Dyer's. But he's also not as good as a coach as Dyer, which made his team a little less threatening, but also a lot more stressful to prep for because I had no idea what he was going to do. But his sets were like not that crazy. So like once I got Rabombi in there and got up the quiver that I needed, it just snowballed from there. And I was very happy with. I was very happy with like what I was able to like do. But yeah, I will say it. I will say it. I cooked. What? What? I cooked. I cooked. Um. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Because like early on in the battle, it was like against Domo. It was like very crazy. Because I missed a hurricane with Uni, which never happens. And then I hit the other one, takes out the Iron Bundle, and then I just kind of steamroll. I only lost one Pokemon the entire game. I can't remember who went down. But yeah, it was just a Rebombie show after that. I think we ball, so that was fun. And our last matchup we're going to talk about is going to be ODL Week 6, and that was against Wervin. So like his team that he brought against me was like a team of 6 that would have been good into me, regardless. It's just the way he brought it. It was not the 6 sets that should have been brought into my team. You see, he brought his team that he prepped against Dyer for, and I was like, "So you brought the wrong team." But it was still a good team of 6 that he brought into me, but his sets were wrong. And this is the second time someone has prepped for me incorrectly. The other time was Eli in ZDL week 7, where I won that game, and he prepped for Zach Mander, not me. So I kind of feel like I kind of cheesed these wins because like I won, but I fought the wrong team. But I almost lost these games too, to be fair. Because I missed the Rock Slide turn 1, that mattered. Again, with Donphan, that would have killed the Volcarona right there where it stood. I had to make predicts to get back into the game. But I had made the predicts, and I got back into the game. I don't care what anyone else says. I got back into the game. I came back. I came back for sure. Very happy about that. But I didn't really get to show off Uni that battle because Uni was there. She came in, got like one Terra Blast off. on the Rotom, and that was like it. So she didn't really get to do much of that battle, but at least she was there. At least she was there. So, and she still got a kill leader in the end. So, like, who cares? But yeah, after that battle, I was so happy. I was so happy because I won, and then I was able to keep the standing where I was. Because like at this point, it was like, how am I going to keep my number 4 seed and potentially get a number 3 seed? As I had to win out, and that was the start of it. So, yeah, it's great. It's great. I loved it. But yeah, true. Great battle. Um, that's gonna be all for me. Didn't really have much to talk about because like all of these battles were wins, and all of these battles I didn't really do many things incorrectly. So in terms of like a loss that I have that we have to dissect, but in ODL I was on a roll, and like MDL and TBD I only played one game, and MDL like at that point I was on a winning streak. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But I think this is like the first episode I've had that all my games have been wins. So yeah, kudos to me, right? Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I gotta go ahead and gotta record even more. So and that's gonna be all for me. I am your coach of Conspiracy Leaders. My name is Zack Attack. I hope you have a glorious day, and I will most certainly see you all on the flip side. Beesh!